Jackson Madden with Team on the Grind, and who do we have here?
Sin.
And what did we end up doing last weekend?
We went X1 in top cut, and then we lost top 8. It just happened. Draws were good, but apparently my opponent had better draws, so it happens. Game 3.
Nice, nice. What did we end up playing?
So we played pure, as I like to call it, Power Rangers. We just did the Gadget package with Machina. Very simple. Solidarity. It did what it's supposed to do. We did.
Any shout-outs you'd like to give before we get to the deck?
Yeah, my ride Koopa, Patrick, he was there. He's right over there. He's in the middle of a match right now.
The boy you sacked me in top 4.
There he is, there he is. He lost in finals, unfortunately. He couldn't take a dark home, but he did take a nice second place trophy, though, so we can't complain with that. Yeah. Yeah, I played 40 cards, and let me show you guys what I ran.
All right, all right.
So triple 3, Green Gadget, Green Ranger, triple red, and then a lot of builds are running only 2 right now. I did like the second. I did miss the third sometimes, but I replaced the third with scrap. Round 5, this card drew me 3 cards.
That's insane.
3 cards. I shuffled 2 gear frames, 2 each gadgets, and he was just really, really good with one of the trap cards you'd be running in this deck.
That's insane.
And then we also have the gear frame, the orange gadget, as I like to call him. He's just the strongest normal summon we have in the deck. All of our normal summons in the deck are giving us a card in a hand, so we can just keep summoning, recycling each other. The boss monster himself, Fortress.
The boy.
The boy. Is pretty good. You guys know what he does. I actually listened to Jackson when I went into this event, and I just sat on him in defense most of the time. Just let my opponent deal with him. Very weak to deep prison, bottomless. It just ends up happening. The 1 cyber, and then the 1 force.
Nice.
Sometimes I wish I had 2 of these, but other times, again, you're not milling too much in this deck, so it's just nice to search. Once you get rid of these, recycling really just searching for your gadgets. So that was it for the monsters. Spells, very, very 1-for-1 removal. We love 1-for-1 removal here, especially with the Solidarity and a gadget. Your yellow becomes 2,000. Even your scrap recycler becomes 1,700. So
that's crazy. That's a graphic.
Literally. The MVP of the deck. This, with gear frame and fortress and limiter, is just game. A lot of people don't respect it, and I understand. It's one of, but you always gotta be prepared for something like that. The one of's heavy, limiter removal, and then the MST.
Did you ever break on the limiter ever all?
I did it because most of my monsters are machine. They're all machine. I have 17 monsters. They're always live. It's always live. The only time I ever bricked with this card is when you were doing the Ryko hamster control, where you really don't have that many machines. But since your whole deck is machine, and you're usually normal summoning, you always add in a gadget to your hand, it's always powerful. Okay. And traps, kept it very simple. Double deep prison. Sometimes I did miss the third, but I was worried about going against Amaryllis or just Titanial. She just hurts his deck, or even Frogs. This deck has a really hard time against Frogs if you don't see the right cards. Okay. This card was amazing.
The newest tech of the
yeah, it's really good in Gadget because you always search one. It's essentially almost a 1-for-1. You always normal summon a Gadget. Faisal was running 3 of these, I believe, and it was it's even more broken with Dandy. You can't Dandy with debris in hand. It's just what's your opponent gonna do? They can't really do anything. Double bottomless, and then for the 1-ofs we ran Mirror Force, TT. Compulse. Stardust is also a pain in the rear to get over this deck because all your 1-for-1s are just blowing up the monsters rather than bouncing something back. And then if you do summon Fortress, they'll always have a deep prison. Nothing worse than a Stardust with a deep prison or a bottomless for protection. And then the MVPs that really came up was Solemn. Royal Oppression. It's hard. It's hard not to play this. You're just special summoning 3 monsters, and then everyone knows what it does. Starlight Road, Trap Dusher, and a Karma Cup for any frog matchups or anything like that. This was good. It's another way to eat at a deep prison for your Stardust. You don't want the Stardust in the grave, but unfortunately, if it ends up in the grave, it's still.
Was there ever a time you Starlight Road it and didn't summon because you didn't want to cut off your Solidarity?
There was times I did it and I did summon it just so I can get a monster on board. I was at low life that I don't run brain control. I don't like that card. The card's so good, but I hate losing to it. So it's just summon out a Stardust and they brain control you and win, and it just feels bad.
Okay.
So I always try to summon her, and especially in defense, just for extra protection.
Okay.
With the extra deck, very simple. Chimera Tech, Stardust, and then just all the ranks, because we do run one creature swap just in case.
Okay.
So it doesn't hurt.
Have you thought of playing a third Chimera Tech since you play Scrap Recycler to recycle the Cyber Dragon?
I haven't thought about that yet. There we go. I haven't thought about that. Again, if he's in the grave and you have some Scrap Recycler, you can't recycle. You can only recycle.
It's level 4. No, my
apologies. So the third one doesn't matter. It might matter, but at the same time, I'm not running Pattern Avarice, and I only have 2 Cyber Dragons, so a third one's really not necessary.
Okay.
And then side. The problem, there was a lot of these 1-0s in the side because I didn't know what I really wanted to play, because you can't really play that many monsters besides machines. I was thinking about of course, a second Cyber Dragon, maybe Cyber Altanen, just to banish your Cyber Dragon to nuke your opponent's board. It gets rid of Titanium very easy, so it sends it to the grave.
Okay.
But we couldn't find one. 1 Soul Release, 1 Fissure, 1 Lightning, 1 Twister, Knock. This card, I wish I mained it. Now I'm probably going to main it in the future. It's just really, really good. I did summon a yellow Gadget over the weekend twice, and I took my opponent's Raikou.
That's insane.
Took his Raikou, popped his back row, summoned Fortress, and just went off. And unfortunately, I had limited removal in hand as well. So this card is crazy that you can do sets as well. Double Trap Hole. Again, we try to have our Gadgets on board as much as we can, or use them to suicide with the opponent's monsters, but just summon a Gadget and your opponent just goes sure, whirlwind, or you're just alright, well, it happens. Double Dust, Prophecy, again, against Lysorns, a second Compulse, and a second Royal Pressure. And that's about it, boys.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Not really. I'm probably going to be playing the same deck coming our next TGS, right? May 10th? Yep. So we're probably going to be playing the same deck. Maybe minor tweaks. It's just one of those decks that even if your opponent knows what it does, it's easy to know if your opponent knows the gadgets. They'll always ask you what their attack is or anything like that.
Yeah.
So with Solidarity, with Solidarity, a yellow Gadget puts you on a 4 clock turn.
Yep.
If you have multiple, which you're searching every turn, and it's like if they want to deprison your yellow Gadget or green Gadget or bottomless it,
You already got a +1.
sure, yeah, you're using one of your 2s. That's going to stop a Fortress, and Fortress is just there for protection. That's about it, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for the deck profile. Can't wait to see what else you can do in the future.
Thank you.